Here are the crypto top headlines covered in this video. Chainlink token surges 29% as community dubs Link the true bank coin. Next, U.S. government transfers $1.9 billion of BTC seized from Silk Road to Coinbase Prime. Also, Microsoft's Bitcoin dilemma. Ride $5 trillion BTC wave or avoid risk. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there are no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. I would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. It does help support the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline, Chainlink token surges 29% as community dubs Link the true bank coin. Zach Rhines, also known as Chainlink God, said XRP is a banker-themed meme coin that failed to get traction. Chainlink's native token, Link, jumped 29% as community members positioned it as the real bank coin, contrasting it with XRP. On December 3rd, the Chainlink token rose to $25.32, marking an almost 30% increase in 24 hours. According to data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro, the token was valued at $16.54 on November 26th and has seen a 53% gain over the past 7 days. Chainlink's rally may be influenced by several factors, including the recent XRP rally and developments in the blockchain Oracle Networks ecosystem. Chainlink proponents compare Link to XRP. On December 1st, XRP surged to $2.46 before retreating slightly as community members looked forward to a better political climate for crypto in the United States and anticipated progress in Ripple's stablecoin project. Some Chainlink proponents said that the recent XRP run will bring attention to Link. Ilo, a researcher and advisor to decentralized finance protocol Camino Finance, suggested XRP's recent rally may draw attention to Chainlink's partnerships with traditional finance and capital markets. Link is XRP, Ilo said, emphasizing that Chainlink is actively collaborating with traditional finance. XRP is a banker-themed meme coin. Chainlink proponent Zach Rhines, known as Chainlink God on X, echoed Ilo's sentiments and claimed that Link was the true bank coin. Rhines said Chainlink is working with the largest institutions worldwide to connect banks to blockchains. The Chainlink Bull gave a list of partnerships and collaborations between Chainlink and major banks and traditional finance institutions. He said, "All of this and more is not speculation or wishful thinking. It's the real work Chainlink is doing with financial institutions, as announced by the banks themselves." Besides defending Chainlink against what he described as the Justin Oracle narrative, the Chainlink investor also took a jab at the XRP project, comparing it to a meme coin. According to Rhines, the token is a banker-themed meme coin that failed to gain meaningful traction for the cross-border payment use case. He said there was no need for a bridge currency when stablecoins and central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, exist. Rhines claimed that this is why Ripple is pivoting into its stablecoin custody and CBDC platform. Let me pause here for a moment. If you're getting value out of this video, please click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. Our next top headline, U.S. government transfers $1.9 billion of BTC seized from Silk Road to Coinbase Prime. A wallet that contained Bitcoin associated with the 2021 seizure from an individual who stole crypto from the Silk Road marketplace has moved. Blockchain records showed the United States government moved more than $1.9 billion worth of Bitcoin seized from the Silk Road marketplace to a Coinbase Prime wallet. According to data from blockchain analytics firm Arkham Intelligence, on December 2nd, a wallet tied to the U.S. government transferred roughly 19,800 Bitcoin, worth $1.9 billion at the time, to a Coinbase Prime deposit address. U.S. authorities seized the Bitcoin in a 2021 investigation of James Song, who was later convicted of wire fraud related to the Silk Road marketplace. The U.S. Justice Department announced in 2022 that it had seized more than 50,000 BTC from Zong at the time, including coins in a wallet on a single board computer that was submerged under blankets in a popcorn tin. The government has since moved many of the Bitcoin to different wallets, but it still held roughly $18 billion worth of BTC at the time of publication. It's unclear if moving the coins was part of a strategy by authorities to trade or sell the funds. U.S. lawmakers, including Senator Cynthia Lummis and President-elect Donald Trump, have suggested passing legislation to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the U.S. The U.S. Marshal Service, the federal agency responsible for seizing cryptocurrencies and other assets involved in criminal actions, said in July it would partner with Coinbase Prime to custody tokens connected to asset forfeitures. Coinbase still faces a civil suit filed by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission in June 2023. Developments in the Silk Road case. In its heyday, the Silk Road marketplace facilitated millions of dollars worth of transactions with crypto users who were able to purchase illicit items like weapons, drugs, and stolen credit card information. Ross Ulbricht, the platform's creator, was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole in 2015. Since the 2024 U.S. election, many in the crypto industry have called on Trump to commute Ulbricht's sentence. The president-elect promised to do so on day one, but he had already had the opportunity during his first term. Our next top headline, Microsoft's Bitcoin Dilemma. Ride $5 trillion BTC wave or avoid risk. Microsoft's shareholders will soon vote on adding Bitcoin to its balance sheet. Will Michael Saylor's pitch orange pill the tech giant? What are the stakes and risks? Next week, December 10th, will mark a key date for Microsoft and the Bitcoin community because the tech giant's shareholders will vote on whether to add BTC to its balance sheet. The results will show whether shareholders are attracted by the current Bitcoin bull market or wish to stick to Microsoft's pragmatic and profitable approach to tech development. On October 24th, before the United States presidential election, Microsoft's 14A filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission included a section called Assessment of Investing in Bitcoin. The filing says the company should consider diversifying its assets with Bitcoin as an excellent, if not the best, hedge against inflation. However, just beneath the proposal, in the board recommendations section, Microsoft's board of directors advised shareholders to vote against it, saying that the company's management had already carefully considered the topic. Nate Holliday, co-founder and CEO of Microsoft-backed Web3 decentralized data firm Space and Time, told Cointelegraph the board's pre-vote statement was clear. They have a sophisticated treasury management function that is returning tremendous returns for their investors. Will Michael Saylor's orange pill be enough to convince Microsoft? To assess the potential impact on its stock, Microsoft invited MicroStrategy chairman Michael Saylor to make a pitch for adding Bitcoin to the treasury. In a 3-minute slot containing 44 slides, Saylor went all in, claiming Microsoft could add $5 trillion to its current value of about $3.19 trillion. He argued that Microsoft should invest $100 billion annually in Bitcoin, asserting it makes more sense to buy Bitcoin than to buy back your own stock or hold bonds. Solo Ceesay, co-founder and CEO of decentralized social Web3 platform Galaxy, told Cointelegraph that Saylor may have an effect on Microsoft shareholders as his relentless advocacy paved the way for BlackRock and the rest of orange-pilled Wall Street to push Bitcoin nearly past $100,000. However, Nick Gowen, CEO of fintech firm Valorum, told Cointelegraph that influencing Microsoft's board or shareholders would require more than just Saylor's endorsement. He said the decision will likely hinge on internal evaluations of risk, strategy alignment, and long-term vision rather than external lobbying. While it's debatable whether Saylor's intervention will work, the shareholder vote could be a massive event for adoption. Under Saylor's guidance, MicroStrategy became a Bitcoin proxy for market participants who wanted to gain exposure to the asset through a U.S. trading stock. However, founder and CEO of market maker Peanut Trade, Alex Momot, told Cointelegraph that Microsoft and MicroStrategy stocks are like apples and oranges. Microsoft enjoys consistent cash flow and revenue from product sales, while MicroStrategy largely relies on stock reevaluation and virtual balance adjustments, said Momot. Microsoft's business model centers on tangible products, driving stock value through actual sales growth, whereas MicroStrategy operates more as a market hedge. Microsoft's scale, risk tolerance, and fiduciary responsibilities are far different from those of MicroStrategy, which, although oriented as a software company, is now effectively a Bitcoin treasury company, said Cohen. Holiday highlighted that MicroStrategy was not a high-growth software company, so in order to drive growth, it had to change its focus to increase shareholder returns. In contrast, Microsoft has an incredibly healthy balance sheet. They have proven growth over decades and are well positioned for the future powered by AI and data. If Microsoft were to make a significant Bitcoin investment, it could fundamentally alter how the market perceives the company, influence shareholder sentiment, and require a significant strategic pivot, said Momot. The decision on whether to adopt Bitcoin comes at a pivotal moment as Bitcoin adoption is becoming institutionalized and could be just months away from becoming a U.S. reserve asset. Microsoft shareholders must evaluate the pros and cons of adopting Bitcoin for their treasury. Pros and cons of Microsoft adopting Bitcoin. Daniel Calray, Chief Strategy Officer of Ton Wallet, Tonkeeper, told Cointelegraph that buying some Bitcoin as a diversification strategy is a good idea for public companies, as inflation does slowly erode the value of cash over time. Bitcoin is becoming the modern-day savings account right in front of our eyes, with individuals and institutions parking long-term capital in the asset instead of leaving it in U.S. dollars or treasury bills that no longer outperform inflation, said Cisse. Inflation destroys the purchasing power of cash. To battle this decrease in value, MicroStrategy followed a model where it invested practically all of its cash into Bitcoin. Calray pointed out Microsoft's frequent enormous pot of cash on hand. Microsoft's cash on hand, according to public reports, is around $75 billion, so they certainly have the ability to convert some of that into Bitcoin if they wanted to. Microsoft has reported well over $100 billion in cash on hand in prior years. Currently it hovers around $80 billion. Microsoft's decrease in cash reserves stems from significant tech investments and acquisitions, including a $68.7 billion purchase of video game developer Blizzard and the highly publicized $10 billion investment in ChatGPT. Microsoft's ability to invest is not the issue. It's whether the potential risks align with its long-term financial and strategic goals, said Cohen. Holding Bitcoin ties up liquidity that could otherwise be allocated to strategic acquisitions, research and development, or other initiatives more closely aligned with Microsoft's core business objectives, said Cohen. Momot said that for Microsoft's board, embracing such a strategy would require a complete overhaul of its business operations. He said, expecting major companies to pivot their models as MicroStrategy did is premature. Momot added, it's unlikely that any large corporation will take such a step in the foreseeable future, as it would require a fundamental shift that doesn't align with their established objectives. However, the advantages of Bitcoin adoption are apparent. Cohen said that Bitcoin's finite supply makes it a compelling hedge against inflation. Holiday said, Bitcoin should be a consideration for corporations, as many will begin to consider digital assets to diversify their investments from a world of inflation and unsustainable spending and debt. Cohen said that Bitcoin could represent a unique tool for companies to hedge against fiat currencies. Incorporating Bitcoin into its holdings could diversify Microsoft's assets, reducing dependency on fiat currencies and traditional financial instruments. Furthermore, Cohen said such an investment could signal forward-thinking leadership, potentially attracting tech-savvy investors and customers who value decentralization and technological innovation. Observers noted that there are, of course, some cons Microsoft may take into account. Cohen pointed out that Bitcoin's price volatility poses a significant risk as the company prioritizes stability in financial reporting and treasury management. These price oscillations may be disliked by shareholders, as Microsoft has always been known as a more conservative tech company. Daniel Cowrie, Chief Strategy Officer of Ton Wallet Tonkeeper, told Cointelegraph. Another disadvantage is that Bitcoin's evolving regulatory landscape could expose Microsoft to compliance risks and potential liabilities, as Cohen noted. Microsoft's reputation is highly regarded as a solid and trustworthy tech company. Cohen said that Bitcoin's public perception also plays a role in the final decision-making, which may deter Microsoft's Bitcoin adoption. Despite Bitcoin's growing acceptance, its association with speculative trading, money laundering, and environmental concerns could lead to reputational risks. Microsoft has certainly focused a lot recently on AI efforts, and therefore the board may consider a move such as this too aggressive for the company for the time being, said Cowrie. Cohen said that the board may also prioritize allocating cash reserves to the core and growing business areas such as AI, cloud computing, and acquisitions, which provide more tangible synergies and clearer returns, rather than to an asset with an uncertain destiny. The long-term viability of Bitcoin as a store of value remains a subject of debate, potentially making it consistent with the company's financial principles, said Cohen. Cohen concluded that as MicroStrategy works on a smaller scale, it allows for greater risk-taking. However, Microsoft must carefully manage decisions to maintain shareholder confidence and avoid undue exposure. So this concludes Crypto Top Headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.